everybody. So I'm just doing a protest update. It's September 22nd and I'm doing my first night protest. So it's 20 to 8, and so then the event that I'm protesting is happening inside. I'm at Main and Clegg Street. Geez, Main Street's hella busy, even at this time of night. So it's pretty good protesting, not gonna lie. Everybody goes by knows that Julie Paquette is the Director of Exclusion and Racism. The university, I'm at Main and Clegg. The university is behind me, and the event is happening behind that tree there. So if you see, there's some windows. Perhaps I can cross the street and show you. The event is happening in the Social Innovation Workshop, also known as the Atelier. So we'll go by there and show you what that looks like. Okay. So you see the bottom windows is where, if I were to go there and look in, I could probably see them inside, but I'm not going to do that. That far window over here that has like a light on, that's like an entrance to the Atelier. And all the lights look as if they're off. They were on earlier, but it's probably just because they're screening like a movie or video. So their theme of their programming for that I'm protesting called CRITS. I don't have the big translation what that stands for, and it's in French, so I don't remember it. The theme is fascism. So like, I mean, they're really on that, trying to convince everybody that anybody with any kind of conservative view is a fascist. And of course I'm against that, because that's social engineering and it's lies, and it's not okay. I had the cutest kid at my protest. He goes by and then he comes back and he goes, you would be able to attract a lot more students if you came here in the morning when the high school students are going to school. And there is a high school. I do see high school students quite a bit. There's a high school up there a few blocks up. I don't know what it's called. The kids wear blue shirts and it says MAC, M-A-C on the shirts. So, you know, it's likely McDonald something, right? Around here in Ottawa. I guess it could be something else. But they're all really nice kids. And I get support from those kids too, because they've seen me out here doing my back to school. So some of them must have looked it up. And some of them know what it's about, and sometimes they express their support. Oh, boys, always boys, and I appreciate that. But this kid, he was just so cute, and he'd never seen me before, and he was just trying to help me because he's seen the sign, He's like, you would attract more students if you were out here in the morning when the high school students are going by. And I was like, oh, thanks for your help. That's a great idea. So cute. So yeah. That's the protest update. Some new signs. Julie Paquette, Director of Exclusion and Racism. And so then with this programming that goes through November, there's some other choice signage that'll be made for some of the racists and genociders involved in this, including Chris Mackey and Simone Tremblay-Pepin. So stay tuned for that. That's all I have. I have a new one on the back. I showed it earlier. It says, St. Paul teaches racism and genocide, and that's what they're teaching, along with some of these other lies that I've been highlighting, as is well known. And you know, like, I mean, I was posting about the international student scam as well, which is exploitation and people die. And you know, I'll tell you, because I started my master's at Laurentian University in 2015, when the Liberals won their majority, the Trudeau Liberals. And it was around that time that the PhDs and others who, you know, consider themselves professors at these colleges and so on like that, it was at that time that they were informed about what they would have to do to keep their fake jobs. And, you know, a lot of PhDs jumped ship. And kudos to them. Shout out to all of them. It's not easy to, you know, like, change your whole trajectory, change your whole career, you know, many times after having racked up so many thousands of dollars in student debt, but see, and buying houses and so on. And we all know what happened eventually at Laurentian. Just swaths of them got fired, you know, after like, because they were lied to. They were told if they get these student loans and they get these fancy degrees, and, you know, they buy a house so that they can be cool, like the, you know, like a status thing or whatever. And then now, you know, people can't even afford their mortgages because of all these scams. And, you know, whole whacks of them got fired anyway, wiping out whole departments because of, like, a wicked scam they ran at Laurentian. Hola, you know. And so, like I said, this all started, like, you know, in 2015. Those PhDs, they figured out once the policy came trickling down, you know, and the ones that, the smart ones that are not incapable thinkers, they're the ones that jump ship. And, you know, who knows what they're doing now, but I hope that they landed on their feet. And it's not worth it. It's not worth it to sell your soul for these fake jobs. You're teaching lies. And not only that, but the model is unsustainable. And so then all their jobs literally are on the line. And so this kind of violence that they administered onto me, they do that to each other. It doesn't make racism okay. That's for damn sure. But it's just what do you want? It's a bloodbath out here in these institutions, and that's the reality of it. And it's really coming apart at the seams as Canadians begin to clue in about what these scams are really about. So, you know, I mean, I'm happy to share what I know about it. Some people were able to stay in academia and stay on as professors and all that kind of stuff, and somehow managed to avoid becoming complicit in all this kind of stuff, which is, you know, genocide and all kinds of other death scams. I don't know how they do that, but I'm sure that some of them have. But the ones that have to, the ones that are trying to be fake famous, and the ones that are trying to, like, you know, hold on to their, you know, they're on really shaky ground. They're fully brought in, and they're platformed as leaders of these scams. And so that's what we're seeing from people like Julie Paquette. And you also notice the way that they play musical chairs with their administration, right? You know, leaves of absence all the time, different dean, different director, different everything, different this, switching everybody around all the time. There's something up with that musical chair show that they play as well. So, I haven't put a lot of thought into that, and I haven't figured it out, but I'm sure that there's a lot of people that are in the know and understand the reasons why they do that, which I pretty much am, you know, like, I mean, I'm guaranteeing you it's 100% scams. So that's all I'm going to say for tonight. You know, I'll be out here till about 9 p.m. doing my protest and standing up for my human dignity, standing up against erasure and genocide. And it's important that these students realize that, you know, no matter what they do to get through these this whole song and dance out here, and whatever they may need to do to get their degrees, it's important that they realize that when they're out of here, they can't be taking that you know, genocide of First Nations by erasure out into our community as if it's real, because they're going to have First Nations standing up to tell them no, and the majority of those warriors are going to be women. So that's what they can expect, and it's really important that they know that, because these people are lying to them. They're lying to them, and they're trying to teach them that they can get away with this genocide BS. And I'm telling you that that's not real. That's not real on Indian land. That's not real in this place you call Canada. So then, you know, these are my major messages, and that's all for tonight. Thanks for watching. See you next time.